Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ritual Flow. For today's reading, we're doing a spirit reading for the sign of Sagittarius. If you are a Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, or North Node, there may be some messages here for you. This is a general reading though, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Not everything will fit for everyone. Do not try to force anything. This is timeless as well. So whenever you're seeing this is the right time for you to receive it. All right, let's go ahead and get into it and see what's going on with your energy, Sag. Okay. Looks like you're gaining some clarity about about what direction you want to go in. This seems to be about a relationship. Can I get one more, please? Okay. And underneath we've got the High Priestess and 9 of Pentacles. That feels important too. Okay, and we've also got the Hierophant under there. So, yeah, you've definitely been doing some thinking, getting clear on like where you're at. And you're feeling ready to take some sort of action. But it's like there's a little bit of hesitation. It's like you don't want to be too impulsive. You don't want to rush into this. Like you want to stay in control, in control of yourself, in control of your feelings. But this is definitely you're understanding now that this is where your soul is being called. It's like you had to make an intuitive judgment to like come to this place of being ready to make an offering of love to someone. It's not really like the beginning of a relationship here. But it's something new. And it's like, what I mean by that is, it's like you're not getting started yet. It's because you don't want to rush into this. It's like you're afraid of like jumping the gun, like being too hasty. It's like you don't want to seem so eager. Like you really want to come across as being being controlled, being like put together, like collected. It's like you don't there's a lot of excitement here, and you're really anxious to communicate, but it's like you don't want to come across that way for some reason. This is a spiritually guided relationship in some way. That's why you're feeling drawn to it. It's somehow It's somehow important to your future, your abundance. Like establishing your own sense of like prosperity, of like comfort, of like feeling secure and having your needs met in some way. Something about coming into this connection like moves things along that trajectory. It's like you have this sort of view that you've gotten clear on of what you want your life to look like. And there's a person in your life or coming into your life that that sort of like fits that bill. But there's this weird energy here of like, it's like you're just like trying to be patient. It's like you're sitting and thinking about it, rather than like accepting it and pursuing it. Like something about moving forward is difficult. Something about your past, something you're bringing with you. It's like there's a certain amount of hesitation, even though part of you wants to just like rush in and like spill all of your feelings all over the place. It's like you're not doing that in that way. You're sort of like biding your time. Maybe taking some time out to sort of like plan a more controlled approach. It's because like you don't want to. You don't want the stuff that you're carrying from your past to taint this new connection in some way. It's like you know this is the direction you're supposed to be going. It's like it's taken you a long time to really be like clear, like honest about your feelings. Like I'm getting like with yourself even. It's like with this other person you still maybe haven't been, or it's like you've come with this like this very like aloof sort of, you know, it's not to say like it's not like it's sincere what you've communicated, but it's been limited. It's been very like thoughtful, specific, curated. And I'm getting that's because you've only let like escape your lips what you like as much as you feel comfortable with yourself. And it's like you've had some sort of realization here now, or you're coming into this realization that that your feelings are more real, are deeper. They've grown to be something more than what you understood initially. It's like some sort of seeds were planted, and it's like you weren't really paying attention to the garden, and then like you went back to check on it one day, and there's a lot going on there that you neglected to notice at first. But it's like now that you see this is here, you can't ignore it. You're like wanting to see like what comes of this crop, of this like harvest. Like you're invested in this now. And it's like something about that, it makes you a little nervous. I'm also getting, for some of you, maybe like the roles are reversed or something, and these feelings are like this other person. But it's like you're taking a moment, you're taking a step back to sort of like assess what you found here, like in the garden of your mind, in your heart. And it's like from a mental perspective, you're more open, you're understanding. It's like you understand the logical standpoint, but it's like there's some element of this here where it's like you're not fully allowing yourself to accept the feeling completely. You're not embracing it fully. There's a little bit of fear. Maybe an element of like fear of rejection. If you're like too upfront and like real and enthusiastic about these feelings, like if you let that come to the surface, it's like you're afraid of being disappointed. You're afraid of being like let down, shut down. But I don't think that'll be the case. I think this would actually likely be a well-matched and balanced partnership. Someone that you could have a commitment with, especially with the Hierophant being underneath these cards as well. Yeah. Let's see what else we might add here to this situation. Grateful optimism, joyous view of the future. Yeah, it's like you were a little bit surprised to find that this connection had grown into what it is. I'm getting like it was like on one level it was like slightly overwhelming, but like also it's something that you're happy about. It's like, well, if I can grow this like plentiful crop here without even like trying or like putting the effort and intention into it, like what could I grow in my future if I start like nurturing these feelings, this connection. And it's like, that's got you a little like overwhelmed, a little scared, I think, of like the magnitude of these feelings, the magnitude of this connection it's very powerful. And that's why you're sort of like sitting in this spot, sort of like contemplating it, like gaining this recognition about these feelings, but like holding back a little bit about the expression, or like being like being conservative, being like cautious about the expression, like sort of like I'm seeing like water like trickling out. But it's like there's a, it's like if you open the floodgates, then like it's gonna cause a flood. Like there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of emotion and power behind this connection. And that's the clarity that you've gained, is like how much this really means to you, how important it is to you. And it's like this energy of like you're sort of like deciding what to do about it, and you recognize that like you've got to move towards it, but you know there's still a certain amount of hesitation there. It's like there's this desire to want to find like the right approach or the right time to approach. Like it's like you want to get it right, you want to get it perfect, but like you have to understand that there is no perfect time. There's not going to be a perfect time to express your feelings, to express yourself, to reciprocate, or you know whatever the case may be. There's going to, you know, there'll be different results for like different times that you might pick, but it's it's like it's this vibe. If you keep waiting for the perfect time, it's never going to come. And realizing this is a very important lesson for you in some way. It's like there's an element of like learning to balance your feminine and masculine energies internally. You're trying too hard to control this situation and not using your power like I don't know if I want to say thoughtfully, but like, or like efficiently, or it's like something about how you're going about this. It's like you're trying to move forward and holding yourself back. But it's like the way to move forward is to go with the flow of this energy. Like you feel the connection with this person. You feel how powerful it is. And there's a certain element of like being called to surrender to that, to just let yourself flow into it. And part of allowing yourself to flow into this is to like step into your own power, to wield it in such a way, like not to control and restrict and try to like have this these feelings come out in a certain way, the real power is in accepting the reality of the magnitude of this, and instead of trying to like fight and like manage that energy, just let it be what it is, and speak your truth with like confidence, with just with like pure, I'm hearing pure acknowledgement of the depth of this situation. Like you feel so much for this person. It's like you've never felt anything like this. That's part of why it's so scary. That's part of why you feel like you need to control it. That you feel like you're going to get out of control. Like your whole life is going to like spin out of control if you open yourself up to this fully without these restrictions. And part of this balancing, part of this accepting this, part of this like surrendering to these big feelings and this big call to unite and speak them and make an offering. This is part of your self-limiting beliefs, part of your ego, like dying, falling away, transforming into it's like a version of itself that's more aligned with your growth, with your future, or like connecting to your abundance and your sense of stability. You're moving from like an energy of restriction to one of expansiveness. It's like the more you try to restrict this feeling, it's like squeezing it down, and at some point you realize that you're just like cutting it off and you can't do it anymore, and it like expands like back outward, like when a pendulum swings, like one extreme to the other. There's like a lesson here in honoring your own duality, honoring your own feelings, and letting the mind and body work in harmony with the spirit. Have the Builder card. This is definitely an energy of like you're trying to build something here. Like it's like it happens with this person, but it's for you. It's like you're building your own sense of like accomplishment, confidence. You're building your own sense of like grounding, like a foundation for yourself. But it's like there's an element of like being a little bit of afraid of building being afraid of like building something bigger than you can handle. But it's like you are supposed to build something big here, but it's not going to be bigger than you. It's not going to be bigger than it needs to be. I have sensitivity here. I am feeling, with the High Priestess here and, that King of Swords, you have become more sensitive to like that intuitive knowing, that intuitive understanding than you were previously. And it's like that's it's reflected in your thoughts, in like your experiences. And it's like that's part of this restriction too, this like need for control. It's like you feel in making this connection how much more like deeply sensitive you are to your own feelings, your own needs, to the people around you, to the environment that you place yourself in. And so it's like that's another reason you're trying to like sort of like make it smaller so that it doesn't feel too much. But one thing here is, you have assistance, like you're not alone. Like ask for help. Like if something is getting to be too much, and like specifically in the situation that you're trying to control here, like don't restrict the feeling, because that's holding your growth back. Just ask for help navigating the feeling, sitting with the feeling, processing the feeling, experiencing it. You have support. Also, practicing like yoga, breathing, that's another way to sort of, that you can manage the energy. I am getting, there's this, we started out with these like heavy air energies, and that's what you've got in your boat over here. So I really feel like there is a need to sort of like pull yourself, your consciousness, your awareness a little less out of the mind and a little more into the body. Yoga can help with that. Using the breath particularly can help with that. But yeah, like this is divinely guided. Like you're supported in moving through this. Like ask the beings guiding you for help when it gets to be too much. Like you're transforming into a version of yourself who is more than capable of wielding this power, this like high level, high vibrational energy. This is an important, like connecting with this person, having these realizations, these experiences, and tuning in to your own energy and learning to work with it and like navigate it to experience it fully in this way is part of your path in this life. It's like you're meant to experience this high level of abundance. That's another thing that feels like so scary about this energy. Like you feel the magnitude of it. It's like being in the ocean and like seeing this wave coming towards you, and it's like like you can sense that the wave is going to crash over your head, that it's going to swell up as it nears you and like completely engulf you. That's really how this energy feels. And instead of trying to like control the wave, make the wave smaller, or try to find a way to like strategize to find a way to get your head above the water. It's like this, and like in this analogy, it's like you have to just like accept this wave is so much bigger than me in my current form, and it's going to wash over me completely. And to just like accept that, allow that to happen, to be present for the experience, and know that because you chose that option, because you chose to like lean into it, you're coming out different on the other side of that wave crashing. Your head will come back above the water after the wave goes over. But you're different based on your choice and how you decided to handle the situation. You're being asked to be positive, to stand in your power, and move gracefully with acceptance. Everything with this is going to be fine. There's no reason to it's like I'm hearing there's no reason to worry that you can't handle this. This is exactly what you're meant to do, what you're supposed to do. You're in exactly the right place at the right time to be doing this, to be having this experience. It's meant for you. Okay. If this reading resonated with you, give it a like, comment down below, share it with someone, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next week. Bye, Sag.